Hi, this is me, Venetia Lynn Barr. I was born in 1972 in a small town on the Canadian border named International Falls, Minnesota. You would think that my life began in 1972, but really, my life began many years prior when my grandparents traveled from Europe to the United States of America. Who I am, the culture I know, my cultural identity is shaped by my parents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents. These are my great-grandparents, who both were born and raised in Norway. Had I asked them what their cultural identity was, they would have said that they were Norwegian and talked about the lutefisk that they ate and the different holidays that they practiced. Times were not as easy for them, so they boarded a ship in hopes of a better life in the United States of America. Upon arrival in the United States of America, they had my grandma. Now they were 3. Around the same time that one set of my great-grandparents were traveling from Norway, another set of my great-grandparents were traveling from Ireland, and for similar reasons, to escape religious persecution or famines, they boarded a ship and traveled to the United States for hope of better life. Upon arrival, they had my grandpa. Now there were 3. One day, my grandma and my grandpa met and fell in love, and against the better judgment of my great-grandparents, they married. Now, their cultural identity was combined. They were now Norwegian and Irish. My grandma felt a lot of pressure to maintain her Norwegian traditions. My grandpa felt a lot of pressure to maintain his Irish traditions. And when my mom was born, since she was really a makeup of both of the cultures, I think that she felt a little bit less pressure to be one or the other. Now, if we look at my dad's side, a similar situation occurred. A couple from Germany and a couple from Italy boarded boats at separate occasions to travel to the United States in the hope of a better life. Upon arrival in the United States, both couples had grandchildren. The German couple had a boy. The Italian couple had a girl. This is my grandpa. This is my grandma. My grandpa met my grandma. They fell in love and got married. Now the 2 cultures were combined. When my dad was born, he inherited the Italian traditions and the German traditions. He was now a compilation of both of them, and there wasn't as much conflict in terms of who he was. When my mother and father met, my mother with her Norwegian Irish traditions and my father with his German Italian traditions had me and brought me into all 4 of those traditions, those cultures, and I could carry the flags down, but really I see myself as American, which is, for me, my cultural identity and the makeup of many different countries. As you can see, my cultural identity gets rather confusing when I look at the big picture of who I am and what my experiences are.